Why has Britain's last train maker recently laid off half its workforce? Surely there is a solution to this problem. I mean, how hard can it be?
This is a Jaguar XJS. It's 22 years old and it cost us £4,500.
For that, we got the convertible version with the big engine, the 300 horsepower, 5.3 litre V12. Really does go like a train, this car, and that is what got us thinking, because could it actually be a train?
To find out, I took it to Top Gear's secret railway development centre in Leicestershire, just off the A46 near Thurcaston, where we cued the music and set to work.
Perfect.
Ah! Finally, our XJ Express was ready.
So, what we've done is replace the standard wheels with train wheels, and that's it. Nothing else. The cost savings are phenomenal, because a normal railway locomotive is £4 million. This was, in total, £4,750.
That is an enormous saving.
Yeah.
It's not much more than 1,000th of the cost.
Exactly. If we were running this from Peterborough to London, I don't know what a season ticket is for doing that. Many thousands of pounds a year.
Yeah.
This would be 20 or 30 pence.
It was time for the Jaguar's inaugural run.
I don't think you need to turn that.
We could have taken this off.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
History is in the making.
Drive.
We are pulling out of the station.
The steering is weird. It's from
Steering and everything.
This feels fantastic.
This is awesome.
Sounds like a train. Listen to that.
Play the horn.
We've solved public transport. Literally solved it.
Yeah. The only thing that would really perfect the experience would be if there were steam. But as it's an old Jaguar, there's a very real chance.
But the old Jag ran like clockwork, so we returned to base.
You're all right. You're all right. You're all right.
To attach our equally brilliant carriages.
You're all right. You're all right.
A modern-day railway carriage costs in excess of £1 million. Ours didn't cost anything like that much.
Now, we have made some mechanical modifications. We've stripped out the central wheels and added one in each corner for extra stability. And we've introduced a class system.
Absolutely. Now, I have taken the Pageant CD Champagne model, no less, and used it to create first class.
Inside, it was beautifully appointed, creating an atmosphere that I hoped would resurrect the golden age of train travel for the discerning first-class passenger. Hammond, meanwhile, had been responsible for the buffet car and second class.
Just look at this. Inside. Smart, clean, functional. Everything the modern rail traveller wants and demands.
And at the back, there was Jeremy's creation.
This is the economy section. What I've done is I've fitted benches and on the floor straw to absorb the diseases and the blood, should there be a riot. And then for an authentic working class feel, at the back I've fitted an outside carsy.
Why have you called it scum class?
Good name.
It's a bit blunt.
Honestly, think about it. This way, it's an incentive. You're not going to walk into the ticket office and go, hello, can I have 3 scum class tickets? You're going to say, oh, I'll spend a little bit more so I don't have to say that. You'll say, I'll have second class. We make more profit.
We make more money.
Exactly.
With the carriages hooked up to the Jag, we prepared ourselves for the maiden voyage of the world's cheapest train.
Engaging drive.
Engage forward.
Or a train.
Oh! Not moving.
Oh, be gentle with it. Gently.
Well, that's not working, is it?
Says we're doing 80 miles an hour then.
Right, look.
Get out and give us a push.
How's he going to push it?
Just get it started.
When did you ever see anyone push the train? When did you ever see one?
Why won't it go? 300 horsepower. Why isn't it working?
Because it's just spinning all its power away and not going anywhere.
Why?
Well, one, you're driving it like an oaf. Because
I've done gentle.
you didn't do gentle, you just planted your foot on it and went power as normally. Secondly, I'm sorry to say this, but you brought the wrong car.
You did. It's a rear-wheel drive roadster.
What do you want? Do you want front-wheel drive?
Possibly four-wheel drive is where it wants to be, not
It's
the train.
not the car. We've got too many carriages. It's too heavy.
Of course it's got carriages on it, you muppet. It's a
There are
train.
too many.
That's the bare minimum. We've got first class, second class,
Real
front class,
trains?
buffet, no less.
Well, it's too heavy.
Well, we need a different.
That's how much it weighs. You can't.
We need a different locomotive.
We do. What about a sports train?
A what?
Sports train. One carriage and a car. It's a sports train.
Well, that defeats the point of it being a train, doesn't it?
One carriage.
No, listen, you've got sports cars, sports planes, sports boats,
Yeah, but-
sports jackets. You've got loads of those. People pay more for
If
sports
it's not
experience.
one carriage, it's not a train.
No, train GTI. And you can sell tickets for millions of pounds because everybody will want to go in a sports train.
Yes, but all the trains are on the same line, so you may as well just get a bigger, better locomotive and put them all together. That's why it's called
a train.
You didn't
I'm
bring the wrong car.
not changing the car.
Well, we're doing a proper train.
Well, you haven't got a car.
Well,
Well, we'll get one.
Uncouple me.
I'll gladly.
Uncouple me.
Off you go.
Jeremy departed, leaving us with the task of finding a new locomotive.
Oh yeah, that's great. We should pick that up later on.
No, we will not. Because what is wrong with my idea for a sports train?
It's stupid. You're an idiot.
Are you suggesting, therefore, that Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the greatest engineer who ever lived, was an idiot?
No, because Brunel did not suggest making a sports train.
Well, that's where you're wrong. Because I have a photograph here of an engine designed to go on Brunel's Great Western Railway, and look at that.
What way is that? Sporty.
Let me explain. We think today of a 20-inch rim as being very sporty. Look at that. That is a 96-inch rim. And look at this. That is a fat exhaust. And you'll notice one carriage. This is a max power train right here.
Anyway, look, putting aside Jeremy's ideas of pimp my stovepipe hat, Hammond and I think we might be onto something with our train, so we will in fact pick that up later. Now, earlier on, we embarked on a project to build a cheap train using an old Jaguar XJS and some caravans.
Yeah, and sadly, well, it didn't work because Jeremy's driving was rubbish and he bought the wrong car. Then there was a really big argument and he stormed off with the Jag, saying he was going to make something called a sports train.
Yeah, and that left Hammond and me with all the coaches, but nothing to pull them with.
After a canter through the classifieds, Hammond and I found our new locomotive.
Here's what Hammond and I have bought instead. It's an Audi S8. It has even more power than the Jaguar, but more importantly, it has four-wheel drive, which is what you need because the rails are slippery. Also, I have feet made of flesh with nerves in them like a human being, not lumps of lead yoked to an incompetent oaf.
While I was doing the driving, Hammond would take care of the passengers.
I Right, in just a few minutes I shall be welcoming the passengers onto the train. This is the manifest with their names, but before I do that, let's get the buffet car ready. This has to look good. This really is. All passengers, first, second, well, just first or second will be able to come in here, so I want it to look excellent. Biscuits various, muffins. Yeah. It's the carriage of plenty.
With the buffet ready, it was time to greet our guests, who were a group of top officials and inspectors from the railway world.
You are
Steve Davis.
Steve Davis,
It's
MBE.
important.
Steve Davis, MBE.
Indeed.
And you were Colonel. Hello.
How do you do? Nice to see you again.
Yes, well, you're in first, which is there.
Indeed.
Hello, you're Helen.
Hello, Ashby.
Ashby OBE. Hello.
Hi.
Come on in, please. You're in first as well, obviously. And Seth, Ian, Wansley. Yes, you're also in there, Ian. That'll be absolutely brilliant. In. There you go. You'll be fine. The straw's fresh. Don't worry.
Everything now depended on giving our passengers the train ride of a lifetime.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the 1453 Express from just outside Leicester to near Loughborough. This train is about to depart. Thank you very much for travelling with us. We appreciate that you have a choice of car-based rail companies.
James, that's my job. I'm
Running this bit of the train, you just drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your steward speaking, who's trained this.
We will shortly be departing towards Loughborough.
Look at this! It's a train and it works! This is just the best thing I've ever done.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be through shortly with refreshments. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this is coming across in the images you're seeing at home, but the sensation of being in a car but on the railway is just the maddest thing I've ever seen out of the window. It's a railway! Past another train parked in the siding. It's just wonderful. More points coming up. The responsible driver slows down a bit, a tiny bit of braking.
Refreshments, gentlemen.
Oh, it doesn't fit. Across the little bridge, the water on the left.
While I was sightseeing, Jeremy was finally leaving the station in his idiotic sports train.
TGV12 is up and running. Let me talk you through my passengers. The man on the left, he's just a man, but the man on the right, that is the editor of Rail Express magazine, and I need to impress him. He's going to be reviewing this experience.
Clearly, the best way of impressing him would be to beat Hammond and May to our destination.
Come on, let's build up that speed. Taking it up now to 40. 45. Few bugs there smashing into the face of the editor of Railway Express magazine. 55. Look! The wind in your hair, the bees in your face. Defound power. The editor of Railway Express magazine, basking in the shadow of my magnificence. Oh, train. Oh my God.
little further up the line, May had also got his foot down.
25 miles an hour.
But this turn of speed was causing a few problems.
The cruise control works. Look at that. I'm now doing nothing.
It wasn't just the vibrations that were bothering the inspectors, the noise was also an issue. Caught up with the idiots, but I couldn't get past due to a railway network design fault.
Even here, we're stuck behind caravans.
If I'm honest though, that wasn't the most immediate problem.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, this is really bad. A member of the working classes is now taking a dump in full view of the editor of Railway Express magazine. Oh, whoa, no, whoa. I'm very sorry about this. I can't just drive along like this forever. I'm backing off.
I decided to go back in search of some points where I could change tracks.
I do apologise.
With Jeremy going backwards, James and I decided we had time to stop at the next station.
Tiny bit of braking. You see, this is how you drive a train. It's about finesse.
James, stop! James, we're bloody miles off.
I'm going to back up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to stretch your legs at this intermediate station, then apologies for the overshoot.
That was an overshoot.
Stop doing the f***ing announcements! That's my job! Ladies and gentlemen, we're just pulling into the station in case you might want to stretch your legs, perhaps, or maybe have a walk.
Allow me, please.
Yeah.
You
don't have to be wearing a short skirt, do you? Thank you.
Just discovered a small design fault with the TGV-12. Then going backwards, you have to have the bonnet up to keep the engine cool because obviously there's no air going into the radiator, and I can't see anything out of the back. So the first I'll know about a derailment is when we hear death and screaming from the rear carriage.
Back at the station, the inspectors were busy doing some inspecting.
What was the noise decibel level? 180 it peaked at, which is higher than anything I've ever measured. Just under 60, so that's not wide enough for disabled access.
People with one arm, there's only one armrest.
It's the flammability is what worried me, actually. I think the general consideration is not a train, the death trap.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your brief stopover at Cornham Woodhouse Station. We will now be departing again for near Loughborough.
Come on!
Meanwhile, I'd found a set of points where I could switch to the other track.
Yes, now this is more of a palaver than on the motorway, but I am now in the overtaking lane. Yes, I am. Let's go and hunt down James May. We're really moving now! 70 miles an hour! Yes! That active rear spoiler, providing the downforce we need. My passengers are looking thrilled.
And now I would show May that speed is right, speed is good, speed works.
There he is. James May is about to be splashed by the mighty wheel-spinning TGV-12.
Class.
God, how did he do that?
The sports train is invincible. Ever since the dawn of the train, it's been mired in this sea of turgid practicality. Nobody's ever thought, let's make an exciting train. And here I am, in just such a thing. On Hammond and May's train, it's just one long, dreary trail of boredom. Brace, brace! Some poos come out!
Ladies and gentlemen, particularly of first class, with your OBEs and MBEs, Richard Hammond, your steward, will be passing through shortly with hot meals. Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, since hunting was banned, one sees the horses frolicking gaily in the fields, enjoying...
Forgive me while I just back off and have a bit of a gloat.
If we look over here, we see traditional farming methods, and I think that pretty much covers the lecture. I'm just doing a lecture on the countryside. Nothing to see here, and that's it. So now we'll be on our way.
Oh dear! Bye! People of first class!
Once again, the editor of Railway Express magazine was heading back towards Leicester. Although this time I had at least found a novel way of seeing where I was going.
Ignore the enormous locomotive behind it. It's a glitch, really. Not my fault.
Our train was now certain of beating Jeremy's to near Loughborough.
This is just serene.
However, in the buffet car, things weren't going so well.
The incompetent steward is about to pour tepid coffee into your crotch.
Right, say, James, stop making announcements. That's my job. I'm the steward. You drive, I steward.
It's my train and the driver makes the bleeding announcements. That's the way it is.
I had finally found a passing point and was now back in the chase.
Really shifting now. Really, really, really moving. No time to lose. 80 miles an hour.
Meanwhile...
Penis is my Danoid.
Hello, chaps. Can I offer you refreshments? You got a coffee, please? No. You got any fun from the Danish pastry, please? No.
Oh, slow it down by 1 mile an hour. This isn't the fastest train in the world. I'm sure Jeremy will claim his goes faster, but ours carries more people. And that's the point of the train. It's mass transport. And what Jeremy's built essentially is a business jet, but that's out of the reach of the vast majority of people.
Anything else I can get in for everyone? No,
Oh dear. It appears my colleagues have a bit of a problem. James?
What?
Your train's on fire.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Well, there we are.
Once again then, it looked like I would be the first to our destination.
We're nearly at the end now. And what an epic voyage this has been. Leicester, well, nearly Leicester, to the outskirts of Loughborough, a distance of nearly 8 miles. And the sports train just about done it. Easing it down now. Should imagine there'll be a fanfare. The mayor of Loughborough is almost certainly going to be here. See, oh, he isn't. No, nobody is.
Not to worry though, because the great pioneers are often unappreciated at first.
Throughout this epic voyage, I have referred to this as either the TGV-12 or the sports train. But I don't think that's right. I don't think that does it justice. I think that the editor and the other men will agree that what you are looking at here is the future. And all we must do now is await the arrival of my less successful colleagues.
No, listen, if you ignore the fire and the fact that we didn't get where we wanted to go, it was incredibly noisy, and the fact that all the passengers have run away.
Apart from that, it was a resounding success.
Yeah, I think we can only judge it to be a success. It worked as a train. We came up with something new and unique and brilliant.
Well, I think as a concept...
Oh, hello. Hello,
it's quite
locomotive
nice.
man.
But the fact is...
Let's just get this straight. Your train was a total failure.
No, it was not.
Oh, well, where is it then?
Well, some of it is in the atmosphere.
The rest of it is all over Leicestershire.
Whereas mine is here, and already Her Majesty's government has been on the telephone asking if they can have the rights to use this on the proposed West Coast Main Line.
Really?
No, I made that up.
Yeah, I'll tell you who has been in touch. So the editor of Railway Express magazine.
Excellent.
And he wrote up a short review of his journey on your train.
Mm-hmm.
You like to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
He says the following. There was nothing to eat. The ride was awful. The noise was distressing. He spent most of the day going backwards. He genuinely feared for his life. And he ended up covered in excrement.
So it's exactly like a normal train. Only much cheaper. And on that bombshell, it is time to end.